A hotel would have saved her life. That was the plan after her diversion to Winslow. Her husband was going to drive all night from Las Vegas to pick her up. Maybe she was embarrassed, didn't want to put him out. Hindsight's a hell of a thing. It was a late model Cirrus SR22 powered by an IO-550, the most popular single-engine airplane in the world. It had a touch over 500 hours on it. A quick airplane that retails for $750,000 new. They've been referred to as doctor killers, a not-so-kind reference to the less-than-stellar safety record of general aviation. Chinle is a small town in the middle of Navajo Nation. It's 2/3 of the way between Vegas and Albuquerque. If you've got any sort of job to do in Chinle, it's either going to be a long drive or a short hop in a personal aircraft. It's just the sort of thing that the Cirrus was designed for. The shortest way between Chinle and Henderson, Nevada is a straight line to the west. The pilot, let's call her Gina, chose a southerly route instead, likely due to an air mitt for moderate icing above 9,000 feet. She wasn't far into her journey home before she got caught between two layers of clouds. The freezing level was at 6,500 feet. She called her husband from the air. She told him that she was stuck between layers. She was instrument rated, but the airplane wasn't certified for flight into known icing. She didn't want to press her luck. She decided to divert to Winslow to think it over. On the ground in Winslow, there were several phone calls between Gina and her husband. We'll call him Jeff. According to Jeff, the couple decided that Gina should get a hotel and wait for him to drive out. To fully understand this decision, you need to know a couple of things. It took Gina 100 hours to get her private license. That's about 50% above average. And Jeff called Reno Flight Service Station multiple times for weather updates while Gina was on the ground. There's no record of Gina ever calling for herself. Reno Flight Service Station reported that the weather was going to hang around for the next 24 to 36 hours. Jeff told investigators that Gina called him back 15 minutes later and told him that there were clear skies over the airport. There's a little bit of a discrepancy here. The fueler at Winslow who topped the SR-22 tanks recalled that the weather was not so great. The fixed base operator at the airport provided Gina with her crew car so that she could get a hotel for the night. 90 minutes later, she returned and pre-flighted the aircraft. She indicated to the fueler that she was in a hurry. She stated that the weather was getting better and she needed to go. She departed quickly enough that he was unable to refund her the rather impressive $2 fee to tie down in Winslow. Somewhere in the middle of that 90-minute gap, Jeff had once again called Reno Flight Service Station. He was told that there was better weather to the south with ceilings at 8,500 feet. It's a 4-hour drive from Henderson to Winslow, another 4 hours back to Vegas. They couldn't abandon the Cirrus at Winslow. Someone was going to have to fly it back. Gina had an instrument rating. The NTSB never comments on whether Jeff had a pilot's license, but given his repeated calls to the flight service stations, it's a good bet that he did. The decision was made. Gina would fly south towards Chandler and then turn west towards Henderson. It's unclear who made this decision. Gina was apparently already at the hotel when it happened. Half of the flight would be at dusk. The Vegas lights a beacon in the middle of the desert. The clear skies over Winslow must have given way to weather. Gina did not file an IFR flight plan. Jeff said that she intended to contact Albuquerque Center once in the air. This never happened. She could have filed by phone with Prescott. Jeff could have done it too. Perhaps she didn't like flying at night and wanted to get out of Winslow as soon as possible. Dodging between layers is nearly impossible at night, especially over the desert. The end result was similar to the accident that claimed the life of Judge Ryan in Illinois. I covered it in a previous video and in my booklet 22 Miles When Good People Make Bad Decisions. In both accidents, single pilots were battling subpar weather in the otherwise capable Cirrus aircraft. Both pilots landed at an intermediary airport. Both perished on the second leg, which occurred at night. Ice wasn't a factor in Judge Ryan's accident. It happened in August. It was a factor here. The damn thing about it is that ice rarely hangs around long enough for a post-crash investigation. It either melts or it breaks apart on impact. It's a perfect crime. No evidence left behind. Something happened on that leg home. We'll never know quite what. The NTSB references the dark conditions and the weather. They make a special point of a pilot report for moderate ice at 8,500 feet that was made 40 miles from the crash site. The debris field was 600 feet long. It wasn't discovered until Christmas Eve. Until next time, stay safe.